Oh, I just had to have some mac and cheese. Kind of got inspired by the film I just saw. You understand why? What's the intro? I'll be back in a moment. So good. Hi guys, it's Stephen Geekface. I'm back again with another review for yourself here today, which is for the film called Malcolm and Marie that goes onto Netflix. Saw this film early, but decided I want to talk about it now, just before it comes out. Apparently it was a film that was made during the pandemic. The director Sam Levinson decided to work with James David Washington, who plays Malcolm, and Zendaya, who plays Marie. They were just waiting between films to just shoot this film in a couple of days in one location with a story that the director wrote, and to write this story about this guy who just comes back from a film premiere with his girlfriend and hoping for them to celebrate. It ends up going into a long heated argument where it starts to rock their relationship. So going straight in, from the trailer that I saw, I really loved how it looked, especially the fact it was monochrome, filmed monochrome, black and white. As soon as you do a film like that, especially in this day and age, you take color for granted. So when you see black and white films again, you kind of go, ooh, what's going on there? So got me on that level. From what I saw from the trailers, the performance looked like it was going to be different, and yeah, I was just intrigued of I'm a nosy Parker. I love a little bit of a drama, especially between couples. Like, you ever been in a restaurant and a couple start arguing? As much as you want to ignore it, you can't look away. You can't help it. You want to know what's going on. So it was kind of that vibe I got from the trailer. So how does the film do?
It was fine. You said I love you. Don't worry, it's fine.
Well, Malcolm, I changed my mind.
Firstly, I want to start off with the performances. Wow, they were really, really good. James David Washington really outshined in this film. I think this is one of my favorite performances he's done, maybe on the same level as the Black Klansman film that he did a couple years with Spike Lee. He played this character who, very complex, sometimes you rooted for him, especially when he was going back and forth with the other character. I was like, yeah, but then sometimes I was like, man, you've got issues. You can't be saying that. Are you alright? Very petty. I've never seen someone eat mac and cheese so aggressively. Wow. When you're so hungry and you've got to go somewhere. It was kind of like that. It was his last meal. But yeah, great performance from him. The highlight for me was Zendaya. She did an amazing job. Her acting chops was just outstanding. I've seen her in other films. Obviously, she's famous from the new Spider-Man movies that most people might know her from, and some from other shows that's going on as well. But yeah, this is her best performance. She really took in. I don't know if it was something she dove in, something personal that she's gone through with previous relationships, but she went in with this character, and I kind of recognize those moments there, obviously, from how she was talking. Really felt for her at times as well, and she was also petty as well. But yeah, her best performance in this film, and I would not be surprised if she's not nominated for at least an Oscar or a Globe or BAFTA. She's got to be nominated for something, because yeah, she was really good in this film. Cinematography, loved how it was shot. Loved the lighting. Like I said, loved the film that it was all shot in monochrome, in black and white. That really popped out for me. Gave that notion that not everything's black and white. There's some grey areas. That kind of gave me that feel from that tone, and it really worked. The dialogue felt so real. It didn't feel like I was even watching the film. It felt like I'd sneaked into somebody's house and was just listening to their conversations. Dialogue was done really, really well. I was just so engaged what was going on, the back and forth, the pettiness between each other. I do recommend that if you are currently at the day you decide to watch this film, you are having a heated or there is tension with your partner on that day or even that week, probably best not to watch this film. Wait for everything to die down. You guys have kissed up and made up before you watch this film, because this film would trigger some emotions, or even get you picking sides of who's right in this film. And to be in my eyes, nobody was technically right in this film. They both had good points and bad points as well. But yeah, this could trigger some heated arguments at home as well. I'm just saying, don't say Steve just recommended the film for you, and then it's my fault that you got beef with your missus or your mister. So I'm just warning you now. This film can trigger some emotions from people, so you've been warned. The music in this was really good. There was a couple UK tunes up in there as well, so I was like, shout out to the sound mix and the editors for picking selective songs in there. But there was like a jazzy feel in the film as well. That seems to be a theme with a lot of black movies of lately. A lot of jazzy feel in there. So I don't know if jazz is coming back with a vengeance, like to the popular masses. Say that was bad about this film. It was a bit long, so for me that was okay, but I can see how people would be a bit bored, because it's just the argument, just a really long argument. Nothing else happens. They don't go to another material area. It's just in this house of them the whole night, just arguing back and forth. So yeah, if that's not your cup of tea, then maybe don't watch this. So I can see why this might not be for you. But overall, I love this film. I highly recommend it, except for if you're having a heated conversation or debate or argument with your partner at the time. Do not watch this film. But with everybody else, highly recommend it. If you love this type of film, like I said, it is dialogue heavy. There isn't really much action going on. It's just people going back and forth and having a really deep discussion about their relationship and how they're feeling. So if that's not for you, watch something else. If this is your type of film, you love these actors, you love the director, then definitely check this film. I'm going to give this film a 9.5 out of 10. And I can't wait for it to come out in Netflix, which comes out, I believe, on the 5th of February. So I want to definitely check it out again. I want to thank Netflix as well and Bounce Cinema for letting me see this film early. So, what do you think of this movie? What was the most heated conversation you've ever had with your partner? And did it get resolved? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm so nosy like that. And remember to like, share, stay blessed, stay geeked. Bye bye.